Okay, good. Ready to roll?
Right.
Like you said, are you good? Like I wasn't holding it up for the last 15
Yeah,
minutes.
it's been you.
Welcome back to another episode of Bonding, the podcast by truckers for truckers. I'm your host, Troy Bond. With me, as always, is my co-host, my right man, my jive.
What's up, guys?
Jack's dead, my friend. You can call me the Joker. Torey Cole.
Thank you for that intro.
We have we're gonna do 2 episodes a week now. Special announcement. Announcing this.
Now
You didn't even.
Now you're gonna be held accountable.
I'm held.
The
Well,
people.
that's still jury's out. But we're gonna do 2 episodes a week. Mondays will be Torey and I, and Thursday we'll have our guest. And I'm very excited to have our guest on today. Model, meme lord, comedian, activist, and Lego superstar.
Yeah.
Lavie.
Don't forget that.
Welcome to the show.
Hi guys.
Thank you for coming to Bonding. What do you Torey had this through line idea months ago when we started where she wanted us to ask people what they bond over.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I know you and I bonded over Star Wars. And Legos initially. What do you generally, there's somebody new that you want to meet or you're meeting, you're at a party. What do you bond with people over? I guess it changes circumstance to circumstance, but I think people want to know that about you because you have a big following. When you have a big following, people want to know who you are as a person. How do you bond with people?
I usually try to ask them about their trauma.
That's good.
I want to find out who's really hurt you? What's going on? And then
People are pretty receptive to that. If you
I
asked
love
about,
that.
yeah.
you know what? I'm a great listener, so I love to hang out with people and ask them a question and then just let them talk.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my favorite thing to do. And then afterwards they're always like, man, I love hanging out with you, and I didn't say anything.
That's actually psychology 101. It's let them feel really special, and then they
But
love
I
you.
also genuinely
Gaslight
enjoy
them.
it too.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
just tell me all your secrets so I
Yeah.
can use them against you.
So what would one of your traumas be that you would talk about?
Good question.
Are you telling them
Dude,
about
it's
your
weird.
traumas?
No, I mean that was kind of a joke, but no, I usually like to.
Well, I'm gonna double down. I'm tell us your traumas.
Yeah, that's rooted in something. Could you also just hold the mic a little bit?
A little closer?
Yeah, that's
I told you the
perfect.
breathing thing.
I know. Oh yeah, well,
Sound
I mean,
Darth Vader.
it'll be
Like-
fun. I know. You're acting like that's a bad thing.
Yeah, no, this
Ooh.
is a safe space.
I can edit out breathing. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe Rogan has really bad asthma too. You would never know it.
Okay,
and he's full
good.
head of hair. They edit all that out for the podcast, so it's
That's good.
he knows who his audience is. They're out of
That's
breath
funny.
guys who need help being secure, being bald. Not this podcast though. We're heavy breathers and we're proud of it. Do you tell people your traumas
Yeah,
when
I'm
you're?
enough too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't lead with that.
Mhm.
I'm not so I don't know my real dad, and he's in prison. He's an
Really?
alcoholic.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. That's actually really fascinating.
Well, that's why I wanted to get into stand-up. I feel like I have a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah,
It's
clearly.
just my dad in prison.
Your dad's in prison. What did he do?
I don't know.
That's
I
even
don't know.
more
Yeah.
mysterious.
But it's nice because at least I know where he is now.
Yeah, that's a through line there. Yeah,
Do
you
you know
know
which
where he is.
prison he's at?
Getting 3 meals a day.
No.
Okay.
He's getting exercise.
Did you ever
hopefully.
know him?
No. But he was a model, so
Do you have a photo of him?
Oh,
You have to pull it up now. I'm just curious if you have.
Is this how your conversations go when you bond with people? This is great.
Sorry if it's
So, I
getting.
mean,
You have a photo of him? What's his
invasive.
social security number? Is it violent or
That's
non-violent?
really cool. Well, there was that hot prisoner guy. Remember that guy that got famous for being?
yes.
He
I
got
know
a
exactly
mug
what you're talking
shot,
about.
and then he was this beautiful
And he
man.
was fine.
Yeah.
And then he took off because it was went from a
And now
mug
he
shot to
models now.
yeah.
Didn't he go back
So-
to jail though?
Oh, you know this guy too?
Not personally, but I know who he is. Yeah.
Okay, I like that everyone knows
He
the
was
story.
like the light skinned dude with the
Yeah,
light.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Blue eyes,
yeah.
I can't describe him without.
Right, I
was trying to put base
I
level.
didn't
Yeah,
wanna
he's the light
say
skinned
it,
dude with the pretty
But
eyes.
you could
Yeah.
say it.
And the perfect jaw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, perfect jaw. You
So
look
that's
in his
your
eyes,
dad.
he looks like a storybook.
That's my dad, actually.
That's your
Yeah.
dad. That's good to
I
know.
see it,
I knew you had some
yeah.
cream in your coffee. I could tell. Her
Did your
coffee
mom
and the
doesn't
cream.
tell you about him?
No.
Okay,
No,
fair
it was
enough.
just-
I'm sure it's
she
probably.
was just like,
Oops.
you're welcome for the looks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the height, best I could do.
Yeah.
Who did you get your looks from? Your mom or your dad?
They're both hot.
Yeah.
They're both hot, yeah.
Is your
My
mom still
My
hot?
mom to this day, she doesn't even try. She's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's I
I have a hot mom.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know what your mom looks like, and she listens to all the episodes.
I'll show you.
Yeah, pull up a picture right now. Let's compare our moms. Never mind, I don't want to do any mom stuff. Does you're from Chicago? Why did I think you were from Arizona?
Oh my god.
I don't know why that stuck out to me.
Rude.
When did you? Sorry.
That's
Do
so
people
offensive.
in Chicago really eat deep dish pizza?
I'm lactose intolerant.
Okay, so you're not even eating the
But
pizza
yeah,
here.
no, for sure. Yeah,
They
no, I
do?
can't eat the pizza here. I just smell it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that.
It's
people
bad.
do. People
You
do
like
for
can't.
sure.
You know how some people are like, you know what? I just like take one for the team and I just go for it and just like.
I used to, but then once I like was like, you know what? I'm actually gonna stop eating it. Now I can't. I'll just get like instantly sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt that the other night. Like we were talking a couple of weeks ago about how like I'm 26 now. We were trying to figure out when brains fully form because like
And
men's
you were like, there's
think
no
for
way.
there's not
men,
mine
it's
still.
like
I was like, this can't be it.
yeah.
There's got to be something's missing. Something's missing.
Right.
But I realized that I was getting older when I was thinking ahead and like gonna do something, and then
Right.
I was like, this is gonna not feel good. Maybe I shouldn't do it. And one of the things that was initially that started that was food. Like there's certain foods as I get older I can't eat now. Like I'm trying to cut out all beef. I can't. It's going to make me sick. But there's a chopped cheese place right around the corner from my house. And on Saturdays, like the last thing I want to do is cook after doing shows. So I'm just going to get a chopped cheese and ruin my body. But after the last bite, I immediately am like, oh, this is going to be a problem all day. But I'll do it. I'll do it every time. Last night, I was starving. There was nothing open. And I decided to get halal. I didn't get any meat. I just got falafel.
Same guy that you like have.
No,
made
he's
fun
not
of?
there anymore.
Oh, sad.
No, we met. I didn't
you
make fun of
bonded.
him. I yelled at a halal guy because he was closing his cart at 3 a.m. and I was drunk. And I was like, why stay open then? And he's like, I'm not. I was close. Whatever. I was in the wrong. I haven't seen him since, though. We made up, though. Remember I told you we made up.
Right. No, I know it's a beautiful story, actually. I liked that story.
But no, I was coming home last night and there was no, the only thing open was halal. So I was like, let me get falafel over rice. And I know I get sick every single time I eat this, but maybe this time it'll be different. And it wasn't
felt sick.
different.
Falafel
Yeah,
makes me gassy.
I think
Like it's very inflammatory.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just I don't know if it's I still don't know what's in white sauce. I have no idea.
Magic.
I don't either.
Yeah, I think it's just some kind of
It's delicious.
Persian cum. I'm not sure, but either way, it's delicious. I'll put it on every time. But thinking ahead, that's what the big thing was.
So clearly
there.
you're
So
not, because you did that last night.
No, I let myself.
Unless you're like a
have
different
it.
person today.
I am a different person today than I was yesterday. Are you kidding? I'm at least a 12-hour difference.
At least you recovered from the falafel.
Taylor, I don't know if you knew this, is starting stand-up, or you're doing a class right now, right?
What
Are you still in
class?
class?
Well, no. Okay, so I ended
the
up
class
having
is
to go
over?
to LA, so I didn't take that one. But I'm starting. I think it's on the 28th. It starts.
Okay. Where?
Manhattan.
Yeah.
Oh, at
Uh-huh.
Gotham?
Manhattan Comedy School.
Manhattan
yeah.
Comedy School. Yeah.
Very cool. It's exciting.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that. I saw your instructor 3 weeks ago, and I was like, "Hey, I know someone who's in your class," and she was like, "Who?" And I told you, and she was like, "Oh, cool." And then she didn't say shit to me the whole rest of the show. I didn't know you were transferring to other classes.
Yeah, I had to because like I had to
Oh.
go to LA for work, so I was gonna miss 2, and I was like, okay, it's only 5 classes.
What
so.
made you? Because you, first of all, you when did you start modeling? Did you like have somebody tell you should be a model, or did you realize like, hey, I'm hot and there's got to be a way to make money off this?
I was always tall, and I feel like people always told me that I was pretty and like should be a model, but I always just thought it was like something I couldn't do because I was like, yeah, I'm pretty, but like, I don't know. But so I always kind of did stuff like that, like trade show modeling and things like that. And
What's
then
trade show modeling?
where you go to like trade shows. That's
Do you know what a
terrible
trade show?
explanation.
I know that was
No, and you would
I'm
do like a
I'm
lot
really out
more,
of the
like,
game, so you gotta
so
dumb
like
it down.
if there's like a big event, you would like work at like a booth, and you're the person who would like talk to people and get
Okay.
them to like sign up for whatever, like give information.
Got it.
Yeah, and so I would do a lot of stuff like that, right? Car show. I was like a ring girl, so I
Okay.
like did stuff like that.
I knew about the ring girl thing because I'm so fascinated by the ring. I like, you know what a ring girl is like for.
you walk around and you hold the thing.
Yeah.
It's tough stuff.
I was
Yeah.
I was researching for today's episode, and I saw that. I didn't know you do that. Was that one of your first jobs, the ring girl thing?
No.
No, it was just. How did you fall into that? Just one of the castings that you got, and
That's a good question. I feel like I literally just got I feel like weird stuff like this happens to me all the time. I think I just got a phone call one day and someone was like, "Hey, do you want to like be a ring girl tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then like people see you there and they're like, "Will you do ours?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then pretty soon it just like became
That's
a
the
thing.
way-
Was it like
Yeah.
MMA or like what?
It was boxing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like main.
the working
like-
man's MMA.
It was like amateur and professional.
Okay.
So, but it was really cool. You got to see like some really cool people.
Because
Honestly, I've seen it and I respected the girls that did that. They always look really hot and you're like in a cool setting and you're just like,
Well,
you
it's
seem
fun
kinda
because you get like
badass.
front row seats.
Yeah.
And then like so like that part was cool. And then it's so funny though because afterwards like everyone wants to take pictures with you. So there's just like and like like not every picture is a good picture.
Yeah.
So I'm just living on people's phones, just like in like the worst angles and lighting and stuff. Yeah.
That's why I mean, I guess you can't when you're modeling, but I've given up on trying to look good.
You
fan
have the
pictures
funniest goofy smile.
because I hate myself and I hate seeing pictures
you know
of
what I'm
myself.
talking about? When you're like,
That's my
Let's see
Obama
it.
smile when someone's like, you take
is that
a
when you
picture,
take
I'm
pictures
just,
with people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. What you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah, I'm
about.
just like,
it's like your eyes glaze over. you're just
yeah,
like,
they are. I'm not there.
And you
You're
look
gone.
You
I
look
don't-
so happy too.
I'm trying to.
It's like you're meeting them.
That's,
Yeah.
well, it is really exciting for me
He's like-
because like that's so
Yeah.
new to me.
True.
When someone's like, I'm your fan, and I immediately am thinking like, where's the closest exit? Because this person has something wrong with them. So it's cool like when they come to shows. But there was a woman the other night. It was in the middle of a set.
The one
and
where you took your shirt off? I need to know
it
the
was at
backstory
that show,
there.
but I took my shirt off, and because she was wearing and it wasn't off. I cropped it up because she was wearing a crop top,
Yeah.
and she said she felt insecure about wearing a crop top out. And then I rolled
Wow.
mine
Oh,
up.
you like Adam Sandler did?
Adam
like,
Sandler
Because
did,
I
yeah.
know-
wear a crop top.
Yeah, I was like, this is it. Yeah, how you doing? What's going on over here?
Well, you
It
say
was rough. That was
you
my night.
have your insecurities around your body, and I was like, wow, he's really just doing it, and I liked it. I was like, I
Yeah.
like took a screenshot of it just to save for a rainy
Oh,
day, but
good.
then you
That's
left it there, and
gonna-
I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna.
Yeah.
You can't delete it once you put it up there.
Did
Like,
you have a moment
No,
later
you
being
can't.
like, nah?
yeah, I was ashamed all morning. I was so ashamed. I was like,
But confidence is hot. It's
It's
hot.
true.
it's just, it's
Here we go.
easier to.
I'm like,
What,
I'm
did
like
you
you
need to
left
save-
it there, and you're like, no.
Yeah, thank you
Thank you.
for
No, yeah, I need-
miracle why I have body issues.
Also, when you do
this
post
is-
something on social media on your story, you have to leave it up. Like,
yeah,
I'll
they'll
get
punish you.
wasted and like put something on my story, and like you can't take it down. You can't let them know.
Right.
You have to be like, I was
Yeah.
proud of my karaoke
But-
set that I did for
Yeah.
12 hours last night.
Well, it's like
think-
what you're talking about. Where you don't want to tell people your trauma because you don't want them to use your fear to control you. That's what like the story stuff is out there. You're like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let it be out there.
And it's
I'm
only
proud of
24
this
hours,
shit.
and like how much do people
Yeah.
actually care?
Well,
And
what-
nobody
no
cares
one
about
gives
it
a
as much
shit.
as you do.
No,
yeah.
no one
My
does.
thing is
Yes.
though, no one's gonna know if you delete it though, because the people that do know that's embarrassing for them because they're the ones that went back to check,
Well-
and that's on them.
When I
You
Those
know?
are my biggest haters. Now they know. Now they're in my
Yeah,
head. You know,
that's-
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can't let them know. I have
Fair
to be like,
enough.
I meant to do that stupid thing.
do you have? I found my purpose, and it's what this guy hates. Do you have any consistent haters? Do you see like anybody?
Do you know what? It's always been just like not even on my radar for me, and I feel like that sounds really fake. But honestly, even when I was growing up, I was always just like, I'm the shit.
Yeah.
And then like not focus on it. So like people who are hating on me, I mean, I don't know. It's just like not even on my radar. It's just like if you don't like me, like
Yeah.
I don't even care.
Because I noticed there was when
Sometimes it is fun to like bite back for content purposes though.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
sometimes I have like a witty little thing
Yeah.
or we can get in a fight and it's like funny for the bit.
Well,
But
that's
otherwise,
the only
like,
reason
I
to
don't
do
care.
it. To
Yeah.
just be like when I posted one of my Seinfeld videos, I was talking about OnlyFans, and you comment, you were like,
Oh,
feel
did you see
seen.
they tore me up in there?
I know. That's what I was like. Who are these fucking guys?
But do you know what? I got a ton of subscribers from that.
Nice.
Just being a
From
comment.
see what I mean?
On
Like
Just a
on
you,
his-
comment on his post.
Wow.
So he started going viral and I was like,
and she was
fuck
like,
Right
yeah.
get on
this
these
way.
coattails.
I was like, keep going, Troy.
Yeah, that's well,
Yeah,
I mean,
and so everyone's hating me underneath it, but they're seeing his thing and they're seeing it has likes, and then they're going to my profile and then they're
Yeah.
subscribing, and so it's like
To your OnlyFans or your YouTube or just following you on
to
Instagram?
OnlyFans.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. How
and
many-
Instagram too. That was a great week for me.
that was. I mean, me too. I didn't even know I was helping you out. Now it's
Yeah.
even better. That's
I
a
was
highlight.
like, I was
reel.
like,
Cut.
I was going to look at your profile because I was
Yeah.
like, where's all this coming from? Because
Yeah,
at the time
yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't like posting or anything, and I was like, it's got to be that.
Yeah, because I pinned it when you commented.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to get some clout on my video,
Yeah.
so people would know that we were boys. And then it ended up working the other way. So hell yeah,
Look at
that's what
that.
I gotta start
Yeah.
doing. And then whenever some like people will comment on videos where I'm talking about political shit, and they'll be like, "Ooh, I'm just here for the comment section." Like I posted a video a couple of weeks ago of them kicking out a guy at a club, and I just said a bunch of anti-cop shit, and I was like, "This is gonna get a lot of comments." And they were all positive. I was like, I've narrowed
at
it
you.
down to the
Couldn't
this
even
little
stir the
group of
pot.
revolutionaries. They're all like, smells like bacon. And I'm like, oh, I'm so proud, but I was ready for a guy with a pink head to be yelling at me.
Yeah, you're like, no, let's fight. Let's get
Yeah.
these numbers up.
But get ready
Yeah.
for it when you get into when you get into comedy, then it'll be back.
I'm excited.
The
for
hate
this.
will be there. The consistent hate is
Yeah,
there, but
honestly,
the love is there too.
I could take some. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing too, is like there are times like when you have a viral video, you probably realize that too. When you have a viral video, it's like now it's being shown to so many people that you're bound to get people who are just like, who is this person? And they're not really like your kind of niche following. So like when I have a viral video, I definitely get it, right? But when I first started, it would like really affect me. And now you're just like, it doesn't even matter. I got my DMs this morning and they're like, you're so ugly. And the next person's like, you're so hot. And they're like, you're so skinny. And they're like, you're so fat. And I was like, none of this means anything.
Yeah.
Because it's all preference. Like what you like. So
I choose to just remember the good ones, but the bad ones stick with you. Like I remember my first YouTube video, 2009. I still remember the first negative comment.
What was it?
Really?
Shit was haunting. The guy was like, it was a Michael Jackson video I posted, and some guy was like, I'm gonna kill your dog and eat him with slices of tomato. That's
weird.
Stuck in my
That's
head.
a
I
tough
was
weird.
like 13 with unrestricted internet access, and
That's
nobody was questioning.
scary.
Yeah, he had a weird little inbred profile picture.
I don't
with
like
his
that
face.
at all.
Well, he went on to become president.
I really like that.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, I honestly, I like specific hate. You know, like Abbott Elementary is one of my favorite shows. There's a character on Abbott Elementary named Ava, and she's such a. Her lines are so well written for hate. She had a line in one I was cracking up at 3 a.m. last night where she was like, "Let me stretch so I don't throw my back out from laughing," and I was like, that is such a great line to hate on somebody else who's trying to genuinely do something. But I'll have people. There's a guy. For months, I finally had to block him because he was taking up too much space in my head. But in all my videos, it started off with him being like, not funny. Then the next video would be like, still not funny. And 3 months later, it'd be like, come on, man, you're better than this. But he never once left a positive comment. I think it was just like the stepdad
But he was
I never
committed.
had.
He was a
He was
loyal
committed, and I
follower.
had to block him because I was getting in a toxic relationship with him. I
Yeah.
would like fire off at him when he said something nice, but then when he said something good, I was like, oh, he loves me. He cares about this.
What was his name? Oh, go
I
ahead.
don't know. I it's blocked out.
Oh, okay.
I actually did this really weird thing when I first started getting hate where I would screenshot all the mean messages and mean things and have them in a folder in my phone, and I'd just read them every day.
Like feel your hate
therapy.
fire?
Well, so like at first it would like really, really upset me, right? Like these people like making comments about me. And then pretty soon I feel like it was just kind of like, oh, you're just reading it. And so it was like, it just doesn't hold as much weight anymore.
Totally.
Every day it's like, you're a stupid cunt. And I'm like,
Cool.
yeah, I heard that before.
Yeah.
So
I
I
like-
don't know
Write
if that
some
was
new
good
material.
or bad.
No, I
but
like that a lot.
I think it's
Yeah.
good. We talk. Hate is more powerful than love.
When I like when people
I was like, I could understand why
Hate is
you'd
more.
say that.
It's more motivating.
Hey, I'd say it's more motivating. I don't know if it's more powerful.
Well, I'll just use the example I used last time. It wasn't a love bomb that stopped World War II.
right.
It was
I
a
remember
nuclear
that.
bomb.
Yeah, and I
there
let
was
you
a lot
have
of
that.
Horrible. I mean, I'm not.
But I mean, in
condoning
like
it, but
day-to-day life, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I've seen too many
Love
rom-coms,
wins.
Hallmark movies where I'm like,
That's what kills it for me. I know. I'll be in the middle of watching a Hallmark movie, and I'm like, you see, I would have left 3 months ago at this point. I'm not gonna do like the snowflake thing, cutting out the shit. Like, what am I taking? What's that Matthew McConaughey one? The with How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh.
Yeah, she would have lost me in 2.
Yeah.
That was it.
but the thing was, too, it benefited him by staying in. So, like, he knew her game. So, like, he had to.
And he would have had a bet on
So,
his.
technically, they were both fueled by hate,
That's
right? Damn, I was proving your
boom.
point.
You just
I thought I
proved
was
me
proving
right,
my point.
and you knew you were doing it as you said it too. God damn
I
it!
thought I had like a moment, and then I was like, "Damn, I just proved."
But
Well-
then love came through at the
But
end.
Yeah. Yes.
but yeah.
And love is what motivated the hate. I mean, I've been in New York too long.
I don't even know
I'm bitter.
what's
I
happening
used to
over
have
here.
dreams. I used to be like
what?
you.
Do you know what? I feel like that is true because I've been here for 1 year, and I'm all.
You moved here
Every
this
year?
time last year?
Yeah, I moved here in December last
Okay.
year, and it's starting to I'm starting to become a little more New York. I think,
Mm-hmm. Like, in what ways do you notice it?
like dating for sure, right?
Like how, what's your New York dating life like going on right now? Are they? I mean,
how
it's a
many are
different kind
there?
of animal. It's a different breed.
It is. When I first got here, because like right in the Midwest in Chicago, like if you're gonna go on a date with a guy, like he's gonna take you to dinner.
Mhm.
That's like the only respectable option. And in New York, you don't go to dinner. You go to drinks or like coffee.
Now without asking
Right.
her father's permission.
And like I feel like if you make it to dinner with a guy, it's like, whoa,
it's
this
serious.
is really
yeah.
this is a big deal.
Mhm.
There's
So,
That's true.
Yeah.
ghosting is like socially acceptable out here.
Oh, especially with dating
parts
apps
of the world too.
Like no one, it feels very easy come, easy go on the apps.
Yeah, there's just so many people in New York that I feel like it's hard to like for anyone to be like, yeah, this is good enough.
Are you on dating apps?
I was.
Did they ever recognize you on any of the apps?
Sometimes, yeah.
Really?
They'll be like, I feel like I'm on Raya, and I'm like, I'll be like, I don't know if I should match with this guy now. Right? It's weird, like if someone knows who you are before you go out with them, unless they know you from the internet.
That's why I stopped doing this
Mm-hmm.
podcast for a while, because there was during COVID I was going on dates and I would be talking about something and be like, yeah, I heard you talk about that on your podcast. I'm like, oh god damn it, I'm just in a room alone can't go anywhere. I'm just going on dates, and whoever I'm talking to is gonna know what's on my mind because I've been playing PlayStation and talking into a microphone. But there was the weirdest or the funniest one. I was on Hinge, and then I had all my stand-up clips on there.
On Hinge?
Yeah, because I was like, that's the best way you're gonna know who I am. You know, I had not all. I had like,
look how funny I am.
not even that. It
Look
was
at
just
me.
look at how handsome I am holding a microphone. But I put them up there because I'm not a good picture taker. I don't take good pictures.
We know.
I know. Yeah. See, I'm
I'm just kidding.
I want to sit on that face. No. It's so
Wow.
I post clips because then that's the best version of myself there.
Uh-huh.
And then there was a girl once who, when everything opened back up, she came to a show and she was like, you swiped right on me on Hinge and I saw your clips and I was like, oh, he's so obsessed with himself. So I swiped left, but I thought your stand-up was great. So she comes to shows like
That's
once a month
hilarious.
with her friends. Yeah.
That's actually
not,
funny.
Like it's not business, strictly personal. I'm not attracted to you, but you've got some insights
like
about
the
the
honesty.
world. Yeah. No,
That means you're really funny.
yeah. I don't know. Or just
Not
I
about
got a
your
good
looks.
promo code.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know. But what made you decide to pick this public life? What made you want to get into what you're doing now? You did the modeling for a little while. Oh, what I was going to say to you about Ring Girl is I want to do something like that for comedy. Like, because the Ring Girls are there because no matter how that guy's getting knocked the fuck out, if he gets knocked out and his mouthpiece is out there, there's blood all over the place. He's whatever. And they crown him at the end. And then who walks off with him? The Ring Girls. I need that for shows. I need to like bring two on with me on both sides. So like even if I bomb, I still win when I'm coming off.
Yeah,
so
you're
it's a
like,
business
"That's right,
opportunity I'm
that's
thinking
right."
of. And it, like if you do it for me, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for your shows.
Okay.
I'll do the
What
whatever
do you-
outfit
Will you wear a
wear.
crop top?
I'll wear the crop top.
We saw a preview of that. We're not sure.
I don't know. Give me a month to get in shape. I'll do good. I'll cut out all sugar. I'll do whatever I can.
All right, we'll talk.
I just watched. Yeah, I watched Black Adam today. I saw The Rock in IMAX. I'm ready to get.
Okay.
To get. I've been working out, but I'm ready to start doing.
You don't
steroids
have
now, I think.
pistachios today.
They're at the bottom of my bag.
Got
it
it.
ripped and they're all at the bottom.
Oh, sad.
That's why I thought I had a battery, but I mistook the weight of the battery for a bunch of loose pistachios.
sad.
It's a classic mix-up. That's what they'll
I
teach
hate
you
when
that
that
in one of your
happens.
yeah. It'll be in one of your
So-
classes. You'll see it. They cover
Yeah,
it
yeah.
right between setup and punchline. But what made you want to get into? Because you're a comedy fan. I know that about you.
Yeah, yeah.
You have a meme page.
Mm-hmm.
Not that makes you a
Yeah.
comedy fan, but I mean like you.
It does.
I was just saying like this is how I know because you've made some pictures. But were you always in the stand up or like were any shows that like
I
motivated
think
you
it
to
was
want to
like
do
a
this? Or?
it was like a way of like earning love in my family. Like I have 3 sisters, and so everyone
Older or younger?
2 older, 1 younger.
So you're the middle.
So I'm one of the middle. Yeah, I was a baby for a long time, and then they had another one. But
How much younger?
Yeah, what's
8
the age?
years.
That's the
Wow.
difference between mine and my baby too.
Oh, your baby? Yeah, she's
I'm
my
not-
baby.
yeah, he's my baby. He's my kid.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest. I have a brother who's 2 years younger than me, and then I got the baby. And the middle childs are all very interesting to me because, especially like, well, you were the baby for the longest time.
I was the baby, so I like to me, I'm not a middle child.
yeah,
right.
Baby.
Yeah. Did you feel like your sister took your shine away from you when she
No.
came along?
No, I've always been.
You were
the
happy to
favorite.
have.
Okay.
word.
Yeah.
You're number one
Yeah, yeah.
Out of all the
still.
How do you
4?
know that?
My mom will say it.
Oh, okay,
You could
good.
call her right
to
now.
everyone.
To everyone.
Oh,
yeah.
do they have a complex about that? I think they're a little fucked up from that.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you said that because we have them on the line right here. No,
I think that they'd be like, the thing was my sisters were just like, I just watched them and like just was like, well, I'm not gonna do that. I was just a good kid.
Yeah.
Like I was always just like kind of kept to myself and like did my own thing. So like my parents were like, well, we can't get mad at her. Like she's not doing anything.
You saw what they did wrong.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I was just like easier. It wasn't about like being better in any way.
Yeah.
My mom was just like, oh, finally one that just like doesn't give me any trouble.
Yeah. That's what the.
Also, would you say like your sisters like paved the way for you a little bit so like you could make some mistakes? Because my sister, I feel like she's older and I feel like she like did the whole like getting arrested, alcohol poisoning thing, so that by the time I got to navigate it, it was kind of like set for me to like wander, you know.
Set as in you knew
like
how to do it, or
she like burned down the trail, and then I
Right.
kind of got to like walk along it, like okay, like if I don't step outside of this, like if I don't get
Oh
pregnant
yeah,
or
like
something,
they,
or,
right.
like,
So
I'm
you were
good.
like, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing I could do to be as bad as them, even if I was doing bad shit.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh well, it's not as bad as them, so I like got away with everything.
Yeah, that's how it was for me.
And
It
then
was nice.
were you thinking of like what you wanted to do for the rest of your life when you were in high school, or you just sort of let it come to you?
I honestly never thought that I would like. I never thought of like comedy as a job before. And only recently was I actually went on a date with a comedian and I was just asking him a bunch of questions about it. And then I was like, I think I could do that. And I was like, I'm pretty funny. I feel like I could do that. And so then I've always been a fan of it. And so then more recently I was like, you know what, let me try this because might as well.
Yeah.
And then I could like implement it into my social media. So it just kind of works. But I've always like tried to be funny on my social media, and I think that like has set me apart a little bit from other girls because like I love to like make fun of myself and like
Your refrigerator thing cracked. I was.
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I was like, I talk about this a lot about ideas you get, and they make you depressed because you're like, I'm never. Or you see somebody else do it, and you're like, I'm never gonna have an idea like that. And I saw yours, and I was like, that's
Did you come up with that?
brilliant.
I did. You know what's really funny is I was
So
like
for
getting
context, it's
yeah, so it's like a picture of me on my fridge where you get the water and it looks like I'm masturbating. So it's like I'm squirting when you get water. And I had this idea and I was like, that would be really funny. I need a printer. So I go to my front desk and I was like, hey, do we have a printer in the building? And they were like, yeah, we have one like down in the gym. And I was like, okay, cool. So I go down there and there's a guy sitting at the front desk. And I was like, hey, do you have a color printer back there? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, could you print something for me? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so I was like, here's the thing, like I'm making this video, blah blah blah. And so I tell him, so him and I are like crying laughing trying to figure out the printer and how to print this picture. And I was like, okay, so it looks like I'm masturbating. I was like, I wasn't actually, like it was just like the whole thing was so
doing
funny.
hot yoga. He
Yeah,
just
right?
pocketed 50 copies of them. He's like, no, here you go, here's yours, these are mine, these are going for the rest of the
He was so
janitors.
funny. He was like, I'll delete this for you. I was like, thank you. Yeah.
Did you watch him delete it?
I trusted him.
See, that's
It-
never trust a man in a
It'd be
basement.
funnier, like it's not like I was naked or anything, but it'd be funnier if it got left on the computer, right? And then people who work there after him are like,
Yeah,
what is this?
This is a Christian building, goddammit. Who is this woman squirting all over our printers?
Put your OnlyFans on it and get some more followers. I think that would be a
right?
good marketing ploy.
Yeah.
That's the audience.
Yeah. Have you had any crazy stalker fans?
I've had some. I've had some weird ones. I've been like followed like out of the gym before, like followed in my car and stuff like that. And so like I'm like super aware all the time of my surroundings for that reason. But nothing too crazy. Nothing like, you know, definitely when I first started, there was like some weird paranoia I had to deal with. But moving to New York helped a lot, actually, because
Big fish in a little pond.
well, yeah. And like the town that I lived in, right, everyone kind of knew who I was, or people knew who I was, or my
Right.
family, or where I lived and stuff like that. And so when I moved, honestly, it's like I feel so much better now. But
Yeah. I felt
yeah.
really safe in New York.
I actually do too, which is funny because people probably think
Don't
that's not
say
true.
never say that out loud again. Either one of you. Jesus
Really?
Christ. Yes. Way to tempt fate.
No, there's just so many people everywhere.
That's the problem.
All right, can we cut that out? Sorry, universe. I
No,
don't
it's
mean
okay.
that.
I mean, you're the one who put it out
Why?
there.
I think that's a positive thing. I feel safe in New York.
Well,
she's
you know what?
manifesting
You're right.
safety.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I
Don't listen
feel
to him.
at
Don't
home
listen.
He gets hit by
here in
cars.
New York. It's
I've
just-
never
That's
gotten hit by a car.
Yeah, I was like you once until I got hit by a car.
I honestly did feel a little iffy as I said it out loud, and then you really drove that point home that
Now
I
we
shouldn't
put
have
it in
said
your head that
but
it wasn't safe, and you're good.
Thank you.
Well, you got to put it into this perspective. When my dad was teaching karate classes when I was a kid, we did a lot of women's self-defense classes, and he would always ask students, what would you do if it's 3:00 in the morning and you're walking down an alley and you're surrounded by 4 crackheads? You know, what are you going to do then?
The thing too is like, I don't go out at night.
That's the answer. What are you doing down in an alley at 4:00 in the morning?
Yeah. I mean,
Surrounded
I'm
by
like,
a bunch of crackheads.
Okay, 'cause I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I do.
I'm
Yeah,
so
well,
aware
that's-
of stuff like that.
That's what the karate's there for. But you're aware of,
I like don't go out at night. I don't go places by myself, right? If I am gonna go out at night, right, like I don't have like wear certain things or have a certain purse on me, right? Just like a boy most of the time when I'm by myself.
That'll help.
So yeah,
You don't go out at night
not really, not by myself. Typically, like if it's dark out, like I'm like
with people.
with people, I won't go for like a walk. Even in the morning, I'll wake up really early and I like won't walk to the gym till the sun's out.
That's smart.
It's like as a girl,
How
you can't.
early are you waking up?
I like to wake up.
Are you an
really
early bird?
I'm an early bird. It's like one of my worst qualities. I know.
I mean, that's not work. That's a great quality. I wish I could
that's
have.
great.
I
know.
can't do
I don't
it.
like to tell people that.
Why?
go to
Do you
bed
feel
early?
shame when you tell people that?
People are like, "Fuck you."
You know what's funny is like
I don't always wake up early, but when I do, I'm just like I feel so good. I get so much done.
It's
I
so
go to bed. I
motivating.
do my skincare routine. When I wake up
Yeah.
at like 11, because I can wake up technically whenever I want with my job. When I wake up at 11, I'm like, I'm a scumbag.
that's
Yeah.
exactly how I feel.
And then
where-
it's like I'm catching up all day. So
Yeah.
then I'm just like, now I
Yeah.
hate myself and I don't get anything done.
But I mean,
So-
you're really not. That's the thing I had to get to. Realizing,
No, you're
like,
not.
you're
That's the
coming-
worst part.
Yeah,
is like you can wake up and like time
Yeah.
is so irrelevant. It doesn't matter.
I would burn myself out. I mean, like I try to stick to some kind of routine, but like if I wake up at 11, chances are I probably went to bed at 3 or 4.
Yeah.
That's like what 8 hours of sleep, and you get up and you get it going. Like if I go to bed at 3 and I wake up at 8, and then I'm like, Monday grind, let's fucking do it, dude. I'm gonna read 6 pages of. Well, that's not a lot, I guess. I'm gonna read 6 pages and then go back to sleep. But then by like 11 o'clock, I'm like, damn, what? I guess I'm
Now
gonna just
what?
go play video games now, because there's. I mean, it's all relative. You got to set yourself up into this whole.
Yeah, that's the thing is
routine.
like
Your
I've
routine
learned
belongs
how
to
I
you.
work best.
Yeah.
So once it's like 4 or 5 p.m., it's like my body knows and we're shutting down for the day.
Is that your shutdown time? 5
Yeah, that's
PM?
when I shut down like doing work.
Do you
So,
have a
like,
wind down routine?
not really.
What do you do to shut down? Like you put on TV or you listen to music, or you build a Lego set. What are you doing?
I love to take baths.
Bats.
In
Yeah.
New York
And then
City.
New York City apartment, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wow, I don't
You
think
clean your
I
bathtub
would
every
care.
night?
Not every night, no. Should I?
You're not green
Do you have
yet,
a good
so I think
bath?
it's going well. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a good bath.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I
That's
love
nice.
and I
He's a
love
great bath.
I love taking
Great
baths. I light
bath.
my candles. I
Okay.
sit in there.
That sounds
It's
nice.
great.
Little air
I love
quality.
doing my skincare routine,
Uh-huh.
right? And then that's how I wind down. Yeah.
What's your normal day look like for work?
I usually like wake up and I'm just like, man, we got to do something today, just anything.
Mm-hmm. Content.
And that's the thing too is like sometimes like right, I don't feel like taking content, so maybe I'll just edit that day, or like a lot of the day is like coming up with things. I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know. I feel like I've lived it for so long now. It's just like a part of me. Like every day it's like, okay, wake up and like work is the first thing. The hardest part about like content creation though, I think, is that like it never stops.
Yeah.
So it's like, right, I'm like me all day long. And so it's like always like, oh, I could be taking pictures right now. I could be doing this. Or maybe
Yeah.
I should be doing this. So it's like I have a lot of free time and I also like am always should be doing something. So I feel like I'm never relaxing.
Yeah. That's well.
Yeah.
That's the double-edged sword to it, right? Is like you know you get into this so you could be your own boss, but then when you're your own boss, you never feel like you're doing the work that you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it's
But-
like I should be doing more or better.
And I feel like you have a good roadmap of how you do things. Like you have a very consistent social media presence. You're online
Thank
a
you.
lot. You're engaging with your audience,
I try.
and you're branching out and you're getting different engagements or different things and being in touch with your core. And the important thing is to build up that routine for yourself. Like every time I've always fucked myself by reading like a Jordan Peterson book or a daily deprived Stoic. Why couldn't I think of the name? That's what made me think of it. And like I've read all those books and like they're great. They're great to have in the back of your head. But what we do is so different and from conventional lifestyle, where I feel like it's important to have that routine, but also like what are we comparing it to? Because it's so subjective.
Yeah.
It's so unique to us.
Did you go
Yeah.
to college?
I did for a little bit, yeah.
What'd you go for?
Well, originally I went for nursing and then I switched my major and I went for marketing. So like I was
Okay.
in school for like 4 years.
I could
but-
see you as a Don Draper. Cigarettes.
Oh, I like still to this day, I like love it. I'll be like at a or like, I don't know, so like a football game, and I'll be like, I wonder how much that ad space costs. And I wonder, like, I wish I could like see the data on it. Or like I'll be in Times Square and I'll be like, I wonder how much that costs, and like how much did they like have to put into it. Like that stuff interests me so much, which is why I think I like social media.
Right.
Say, like you're your own brand, so you're actually able to do that yourself.
And so like when I meet other creators and stuff too, I'll always be like, oh my God, so like what are you doing? And like I'm always like, oh, I think you could do this, but I don't know. Or like, do you have this? Like,
that's 90% of being creative, though. You know, it's seeing what someone else is doing and going, I could do it too. And then the only two questions you have when you do anything creative is, am I borrowing this or am I stealing this? And there's nothing wrong with either. I mean, unless you're like a comic and you're stealing somebody's whole joke, that's obviously a problem. But like that's 100% of filmmaking.
Yeah, because like I mean, you get like inspired by different things, and that's like, I mean, a lot of the times when I don't have ideas and stuff, right? It's like I kind of go online or like am just looking for something to like spark an idea, but it's like you have to be like exposed to things. So sometimes I'll just be like on the internet and I'm like just anything, and you'll get it at the worst times too. When like you're not looking for an idea, you're like in a social setting, and then pretty soon I'm like, I have to make 19 Instagram stories right now. My friends are like, here she goes.
That's
so
90% of the time. But also, like we were talking about this earlier, ideas just come to you. When they come, you have to act on them because it'll be gone. They don't belong to you.
True.
They're gonna go into somebody else's head. There's no like I don't believe in God or anything, but like there's something there that's stringing it along, and if you don't use it, it's gonna go into somebody else's head. Like remember that? I was telling you about that Spider-Man sketch I had a couple of weeks ago. The one where
with the feet.
Yeah. And the reason why I hadn't put it out yet is because the sketch started off with Peter going to bring the pictures to his boss, and his boss is like, how the fuck did you get these pictures of Spider-Man, dog? Like, how did you get up there that high? It doesn't make sense that you got it. And then he's just swiping and then sees feet stuff. And I've had that idea for years. Probably 2 days after I texted you about it, I saw somebody on TikTok do a sketch about Peter going to bring his pictures. The feet stuff wasn't incorporated, but I was like, well, see, I should have just done it. I should have just put it out. I mean, I still I did the Darth Vader one instead because I was like, this one's not getting away from me. This was a $400 sketch. This one's got to get made.
Right.
And we got to do the Padme one soon though too, because I just got my Anakin robes in as well, and I don't know where the fucking these ideas are gonna go in, but we got to do them. I got some out there.
I would love to.
We got it. There was one.
It's funny because I met him, and like anyone else would be like, Taylor, I don't want to do that with you. I'm like, you dress up like Anakin.
No,
no, and he's like, we got to do this.
I take it very seriously. She sent me a picture of her in her Padme cosplay. She was like, you have any jokes? And I was like, hold on, I need an hour. Let me scrap some of this
he did. He
stuff
fired a few off. I sent it to a few of my friends and was like, because sometimes like, you know, it's like hard when you're by yourself sometimes to be like, is this funny?
Right.
Yeah, right. You're like so in your head about it. And you're like, I can't tell.
This is great.
Yeah.
But then you're like, I don't know.
Yeah. Or like with my wording too, I'm always like, does this like, is it going to make sense to other people? I don't know.
It never does.
It never does.
The way you think it's going to initially. Yeah. That's the big thing with stand-up and with anything creatively. Stand-up versus sketches. Like when you do what we do online, you have a way bigger following than I do. But when you do it to engage with that following because you want them to see your stuff and go like, oh yeah, this is, and your barometer for if it's good or not is contingent on the reaction. But with stand-up, it's right there. Like that's the only thing where justice exists. Like you have to do, you can't hide behind a phone screen to do it. Like those people are either laughing or they're not.
Right.
You can fake being funny on Instagram. You can't fake being funny in real life.
But you can course correct in the moment, whereas on Instagram, you just put it out there and then you're kind of like, oh, yeah, there it is.
Regardless of whoever the fans are, whatever we're blasting them out to, I'm excited to see you doing stand up. I cannot wait to have it. The second you have your 5 minutes down, let's go to some mics and B, I'll put you on some shows. Gotta do the industry room. And we'll get you on the industry room show too.
All right.
Yeah. And until the best piece of advice I could give.
Let's hear it.
Is to just I know we're so focused on what we do with our social media presence and everything. It's all about producing content and procuring stuff and putting it out there. But material doesn't come from that, you know, like my favorite comics have all ruined their acts by making their act about their act. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Where they talk about the reaction to what people are talking about, how they talk about stuff they talk about. And the best way to keep comedy fresh at all times is to let yourself be open and enjoy pretty much any experience in life that gets thrown at you. Like, remember that Jim Carrey movie, Yes Man?
Yeah.
Where he says yes to anything? That's sort of how you have to approach comedy, because that's you're a thought machine, right? You're a thought machine that provokes emotions in people that you've never met before.
And I'm a thought machine in 2 ways.
You're a thought machine and you're a thought machine. Thought machine and a thought machine, motherfucker. Either way. Pink eye. Let you be open to that, because you're so well-rounded and you have great sense of humor, and you and charm is a big thing too. So many comics have to work so hard because they're not charming.
Right.
We got a leg up here, baby. The three of us.
Charming, yeah.
It's fine. So, and then just let yourself be open to that, and then work on your Kennedy smile.
How's that?
Right, that's perfect.
Is that good?
That's good. Yeah, look right at the
Nailed
camera
it.
and give them the Kennedy smile.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, let them know that your jaw is wired shut. Before we,
I actually can't smile big. I have a tiny mouth.
let me see your smile. Let me see your politician smile. That's good. That looked natural.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, I do.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah,
You look
because
good.
you've
good.
always reminded me of the one from Mandalorian, the one that got fired, Gina Carano. Because when you first followed me, I was like, this is a sex robot. It's like she has
think
2
that
million
all the
followers
time.
and she likes Star Wars.
They
This
think
is
that.
very catered to me right now. I don't like this at all.
I think I found you on TikTok because like I follow a lot of stand-up like people on
Yeah.
TikTok, and then I see if I think they're really funny, I like follow them on
Because
Instagram.
you got the button. Yeah.
And yeah, that's so funny. I get that a lot.
I honestly thought
It
you.
sucks when I'm trying to slide in DMs.
I
So
know.
like when I'm trying to hit on people, they're like, "She's not real."
Yeah.
And
Listen,
I'm like, no.
I know we have a lot of NBA players that listen to this show. She's real.
Well, the worst part too is I feel like my type, like I love like dorky dudes, so they're always like, "No way," and I'm like, "No, please."
Really? I feel like
Love
the
me.
first ones are like, it's finally come. I'm a high value man and my queen has come to claim her prize.
Well,
Is
that's
that
the thing,
your
I'm not
reaction?
going for
That's what that
them.
sounded like. Yeah. I sent her a voice message and went, the time has come to discuss Jar Jar.
He actually did send me a video of him crying to Star Wars, and that's how we became friends.
That's a good bonding.
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't like I sat down and I was like, let me cry and watch it.
No,
She
you did.
watched Mandalorian, and then I was like, here's a video of when I watched the
It
finale
really
of
made.
Mandalorian.
That's when I was like very aware that he existed, because I was like, did this guy who I don't know and I've never met in person just send me a video of him crying to Star Wars?
Because I was
That's
trying to
when it
let
was
you
real.
know how much I loved Mando, dog. I was so happy to see, and I was trying to convince you to like Boba Fett.
No,
but you
after
didn't
that,
like it
after
as
that,
much.
we became friends.
We were
I was
tight,
like,
man.
yeah, no, for sure.
This is so when they see
Crying
the
Star Wars guy.
that's
Got
the
him.
thing that does it. Anybody
That's
wants
Troy.
to know, just cry when you're watching a TV show made for children. Thank you, George Lucas. Now you're gonna be modeling at the same young age for
Forever.
forever. That didn't come out the way I wanted it to.
Sure.
But listen, this is.
This was really fun.
This was fun.
Yeah.
This is yeah. All right, I'm gonna get hit before
Okay,
my catch
bye.
a predator.
Yeah.
Tay Lavie, say
Say
moi.
Lavie.
Tay Lavie.
Thank you for coming on. I appreciate
Yes,
it.
thanks for
having
being
me,
here.
guys.
This was really.
fun.
We'll have to have you back.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't convincing at all. Okay, yeah, no, that might feel the first time, but all right, yeah, I guess I come back.
Like, no.
Yeah, no, I think we're good.
Well,
We're
I'll
good.
come back after I do like my first stand-up show. And
Yes,
we'll talk about how
that's
it
when
went.
we'll do it.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
like
perfect.
that a lot.
Yeah, and we'll all dress up as Jedi because I have the robes now.
Oh.
All right,
Perfect.
sorry, we should have ended it at come
Yeah.
back after the show. After robes, you're like, no, I'm definitely not coming back.
Okay, bye.
Lovely. All right, that's a wrap, baby.